Y'all, we making the Bloves sauce. Well, Marlene is holding it down, and Tina. Yeah. Bloves sauce. Okay.
Can't wait to try it. Right. All right. Okay. All right. Mild Smackalicious sauce. Oh, that's looking good.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's how it's supposed to look.
yeah. And then we'll like add some broth or some water to thin it out, because this is big, chunky. All right, turn this down before we put the apartment on.
Of course, we're watching Bloves. Hey y'all!
Hey guys!
This is MarieAnge. Thank you so much for coming and visit me on this channel. I have Tina, I have Marlene, and then myself. We're gonna dive in. We have that Bloves sauce, y'all.
Smackalicious goodness.
Yes.
So excited.
So yes, you guys, let's get it in.
All
Oh,
right.
do we need to pray for this? Like Bloves?
Right, we're so
let's
hungry.
pray. Do you want to pray?
Heavenly Father, we come before you. We thank you for this food, for this fellowship, and we just give you glory, honor, and praise. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen.
Amen.
And we pray.
Let's get it
delicious.
in.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So it smells great.
Oh my gosh.
Right. Let me see. All right. All right, be lovely. Be lovely
really
fans.
Good. It is. Let me see. It's hot. Yes.
That's good. And we followed it to the T. The only thing what we added crushed pepper flakes. For some spice, because this is the mild sauce.
This is really good.
I'm
gonna be smacking.
Right. It's not gonna be a lot of talking, but we'll try. The scissors.
Let me get the scissors. 1 second.
Right.
It is so good.
It really is. Let me just start with something easy. I need something to put in my mouth.
But you know you were about to say something.
Oh my goodness, the corn's so sweet.
So we're major fans, these two especially.
Yeah.
So how long have y'all been? Tell us about that.
I don't know how I really discovered her. I probably was just on YouTube, like, why are we watching her eat? But she was, Bloves was my favorite. Well, first introduction to mukbangs, if I'm saying that correctly. And then I just stayed with her, and I literally still question, like, why do I watch her eat? But it literally is therapeutic, and then just to learn about her and her story has been so inspiring. So how can I not support? So I, like, when MarieAnge called me up and was like, hey, we you know, I done bought the sauce, what's up? I was like, oh, for sure, we gotta put this together. So yeah.
This is so good.
Right.
It's really, really good. It really is.
So I think we did our sauce a little thicker, because I prefer like tasting the ginger and the onions, that thickness in the sauce, and like to the T, really.
She followed it to the T. Because I was kind of nervous about the onions.
Right. I know, because she said to put half an onion. So I think in the video she used a red onion. We used sweet onion, and we used a whole onion. Cause like you never can go wrong with like too much onion, because that's a lot of flavor.
Right. I was a little nervous about the Coke.
Right. Yeah.
And ginger, but
That's
both
true.
blending really, really well. So delicious.
Yeah.
So y'all,
What's up?
let's talk about single life.
Oh.
Or being a young professional.
Right.
You can talk about
And
those
dating.
things. And dating.
Or not
And
dating.
working. Who wants to go first? Well, Tina's a nurse practitioner. And then...
And I'm a finance analyst.
And I'm in real estate and
Right.
do
Right.
multiple other
Superwoman.
things. Who wants to go first?
Right. Who wants to take a break from eating and go first?
Right. I'm focused over here.
Okay, I'll go first. So I really just, without the pressure of society thinking over 30 they should be concerned, I really feel like I'm in a great place. I feel mature. My walk with God has been stronger than it's ever been. I'm encouraged, and I just feel like I know what I want and what I don't want, and so I'm open to dating. I really feel like it's just a great time to really be doing well in your career, and then, you know, being sure of what you want, what you don't want. Because before I did not know that, so I just know that anything before now has really been a kind of like a waste of time because I wasn't sure of myself. But it's hard out here. Oh my gosh, like people ask me like, why you don't have a boyfriend, or why you not married? I'm like, they don't sell them at the drugstore. So other than that, you know, I really just stay focused. For me personally, my walk with Christ is my first priority right now.
That's good.
And I do socialize. Like, my social life is not like sitting at home and then asking for a husband or a boyfriend. Of course not. But train of thought was lost. Okay, hold on. But yeah, so it's hard out here, but I'm encouraged. I really feel like I'm so open. So, you know, I'm sure he'll be along, you know, sometime. Right.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of expectation in regards to what you're sharing about societal pressures about, okay, you're 31, you got a career, like, you know, it's the rightful what's next. But I feel similar. If it wasn't pressure from family or society generally, I feel like I would be okay. Definitely is something that I desire. But also on the same token, I was talking to MarieAnge earlier, like, I don't want to settle. Like, I want what's God's best for me. And so it's something, and it's an area that I certainly pray about, and I believe that God will deliver on. It's just like the when. And so it requires patience and faith. But in the meantime, I'm trying to be intentional about, you know, enjoying my now and being content in this season. And so, yeah, whether that looks like having times like this or going out or traveling, like, I want to make the most of this season because I know it won't come again. And so some days better than others, but overall I feel like it can be challenging because, yeah, we're, you know, 31, 32, 33, all that, and it's a new time. I feel like, in a sense, like, singleness is I think a longer season than it once was in the past.
That's true. Because it's like when you're like 21, you're not really single. Because like you have so many options, you're doing so many things, like you're super busy, like. But as you get older, it's like for real singleness, where it's a lot of time, a long kind of like, what are you doing for the rest of your life planning, intentional things. So it's like real life single. So yeah, I think it's definitely different. Single now,
it's different for sure.
Early 20s.
Exactly. And I think generally, just a new era of like being 30 and single is not that abnormal in a sense.
What the study was like, single women are like the most happiest.
That's true. There was a study. I saw that.
So I really kind of believe that. Yeah.
But it's like making the most of that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be the one moping around this season. You know, like, just making the most of it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think one of the things that has been a struggle, because I desire to have children, and you know, people will say that, you know, once you hit your 30s, you're, you know, nearing the end of childbearing age. Okay.
Goodness.
But yeah, I gotta stay positive.
And I just, you know what, just recently, not just recently, but right now in the month of November is Adoption Awareness Month. And I was listening to Christian radio, and they were really talking about that. I forgot the anchor's name on the radio show, but anyway, he was adopted, and so he really pushes for that.
Moore Jr.
Yeah, Willie Moore, right. And so he was really pushing for that. It's a big thing for him, and so that could be what God has planned, right? Because you ask for children, but you don't necessarily say my children, and my children can be in context, right? My adopted children, still my children. So I was thinking about that, you know, because I hate that it's like, oh, over 35 you're high risk and in danger. Like,
yeah, what are they calling it this age?
Geriatric. Wow.
Geriatric pregnancy.
Crazy. All right, so
Yeah,
there's still a possibility, even though it doesn't look like what you envisioned.
that's true.
Right.
So now that we've been eating this for about 7 minutes or so.
That's true.
How are y'all feeling?
Bloves did that.
She did that, and I like it because I was telling the ladies, like, here in Atlanta we have a couple of places and they swear by it, but I need salty but sweet, so that savory combination, and I think this has it. And then I like the chunkiness, like, you know, I just don't want a buttered seasoned sauce. I want like the chunkiness, and then I like the fact that she did not add it as a like dry ingredients and then some what is it, preserve in it or anything. It's just like, okay, you buy these things and add it and then cook it up, so it's like fresh. It's just the seasoning, but it, like, no lie, I'm not,
the chunkiness it does add something to it.
It does.
Right?
And the ginger, I didn't, you know, ginger and Coke, like,
I thought,
right. No crab place that I've been out here has added those two things in combination. I didn't even think that you could put that in, voila.
Yeah,
magic.
It's so good. You know, people rave. When people rave about certain things, you're just
tell
like,
the truth.
okay,
Over it.
are they like
Right.
over
So the Popeye
exaggerating?
sandwich, it's not.
Listen,
Right.
Did you have it?
it was disgusting. I mean, it's not good.
I don't
The
care
chicken-
for it because it's, I mean,
Can I get the scissors, please?
yeah.
You said
So,
you don't care for it.
I really did not. I'm not even really a fan of the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. So
Say what?
Oh.
I'm not. I might not just be a chicken sandwich person. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm not. Yeah, it was just hyped up incredibly too much for me.
I just think
I didn't get the same experience.
overall they hyped it up too much.
Right. So
The seasoning was just the spicy mayonnaise. If you really think about it,
it really
like
is.
they didn't even season like the meat itself. I felt like it was just chicken tenders and then put the sauce and call it a chicken sandwich.
Right.
And bread. Ooh, excuse me.
So we were kind of skeptic about Bloves Smackalicious sauce,
But
of
it's
course.
so good.
But it really is.
Snack
It really
delicious. I'm
is.
snacking, okay, guys?
Right. And what we did corn, potatoes, shrimp, crab, egg. Oh, the egg. Right.
Down there somewhere.
Right. Where did I put it?
She said you gotta dip the egg multiple times.
Oh, okay. Thank you, MarieAnge. Let me get some of this goodness on it.
So, do y'all watch any new shows out here?
What am I watching? Oh,
Sisters? You watch Sisters?
no.
Okay.
Tell me, what is it on? What is
It's
it?
on Oprah Winfrey. No, it's on BET, excuse me.
Okay. Tell us about it.
It's basically millennials dating
Oh, I can
and
relate.
their struggles to find a mate or lack thereof. I don't know.
What city is it kind of in?
I think it's in Atlanta,
Oh, okay.
if I'm not mistaken.
Pass the scissors, please.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really good. I like it.
So did I make this up or something about did they relate it to girlfriends?
I think so, yeah. It's
Right,
kind of like
we
that.
wanted that back. I still want it back.
Girlfriends
I do
was
too.
the bomb.
It was the show, okay? I felt like I related to a lot of them.
Right.
On there. So.
And that, like, I think when I was watching, I was like kind of mid-20s. So now being like over 30 is like, oh, I definitely relate. So I really thought that was gonna really reboot it, especially when they appeared on, what is it, Grownish?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, so I was just good to see that they're still in touch and to some degree getting along, right?
Right.
So it might be still possible. But yeah. So,
You know when something's good, you start dancing.
And it goes silent.
Food to make you dance.
So y'all not trying to limit me. Now
Oh yeah, can I try?
Yeah. I'm gonna grab one.
Yeah, excuse me.
Yeah. It's just crab in general is just a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
But we end up getting a king crab because it's like, if we're gonna do all this work, it's gonna be for some meat.
Put some of this.
True that.
The shrimp. This is what Bloves does.
Right.
She be like, lemon rain, lemon rain.
Let me tell you about that lemon rain. Right.
She is too much.
She
I
is
love
not
her.
gonna start damn mukbang until she them lemons are done.
Okay. Beloved, if you see this video, we want to collaborate with you. We want to be on your channel.
Please and thank you.
Yeah, this is by your inspiration that we're here tonight.
Like so many others, I'm just glad she's just getting that support. Because she really started from the ground up, and that's so inspirational. Ooh, child. I don't know how she do it because I'm already starting feeling full. Or I'm just tired. Either one.
This is so good. This finger licking good.
It is really tasty. You definitely need some water by your side when you're eating this.
Yeah, I can see why she has that huge water bottle. I'm thirsty, but I don't want to stop. Right. So, what should we talk about?
So question, so she's the sauce is what you can save and freeze and reuse.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Sometimes she might not microwave. She puts the rest of her crab legs that she's done her own, like when she does her own personal crab boil, she'll put it in like a Ziploc bag and then, you know, reuse it.
Oh, reuse it. Yeah, because she says it's good if you freeze it well. It's good up to 6 months.
Oh wow.
And I could just imagine it being even better. Because it's been sitting in all those good juices.
Very tasty. I'm like, I don't have to go out nowhere no more.
Right. Okay, you can do it yourself basically.
Right.
As long as you have the Smackalicious sauce.
Exactly.
And get what you want. Like,
yeah.
because you go places, they're going to give you 1 piece of corn, 1 potato.
That's true.
And so you can do it as you want. Like, now I'm thinking like, oh, next time I want to try mussels. Or, you know, some other seafood. Or even people are eating it with like regular food. Like she did a video with the Popeye's chicken. And they're saying it's like really good. So.
Oh, how did she incorporated her sauce with Popeye's chicken?
Yeah, like she just dumped the sandwich in the sauce. And it was like, it's the bomb.
Her husband did it with McDonald's sandwich too.
I can see how that works.
Oh, so good, y'all. Wow.
And I want to say I taste the heat because we did add the red pepper flakes. Yeah, because we in here with the AC on. Blasting. Okay.
I only wish it that I can eat it faster, okay?
Right.
But it takes some time to get these crabs.
Girl. I'm like, I literally ate one, what is it, leg or whatever, from the cluster. And I haven't touched it since. Because I just like want to get to the sauce. So I'm eating everything else, dipping it in the sauce.
It's so good with the corn. This corn.
Yeah, corn
It's
is
really
good.
good.
We got sweet corn, that's what it said. And it's really good.
Corn good.
So I watched Bloves video and she was doing a challenge. The challenge was to not do, it was one of her recent videos, was not to say
Oh no,
she failed.
right, she can't.
She just was like,
She says it literally like probably every couple of seconds. And you look for it, because that just confirms like,
it's so
it's
good.
really good. Like, you cannot, be quiet.
She looked at the camera like,
I'm not
oh
going
my God.
Y'all knew y'all set me up for failure.
Get a paper towel. Can't.
You got it.
Ooh. This is so good.
Crab is actually good. Like,
Right.
just crab.
Right, because sometimes you like, you know, people want to put the Old Bay and all that, but if you're already doing like a sauce, which definitely confirms what we've done now, is that we just steamed the crab legs. I didn't even add any salt to the water, and so you taste the freshness, the goodness, and then it just couples well with the sauce.
It looks just like her sauce.
It really does.
Seriously. Oh my God.
I know people are doing like different things with it depending on like if they're trying to take a lot of salt or whatever the situation is, but making it exactly like she's had, and like we said, we added a little heat, comes out perfect. Like it's literally what she eats on like her videos.
And I kind of like how now you can really create your own path. Like, you know, with God's help, if he's giving you tools and he's giving you resources to, you know, do a certain thing, you can do it.
Right.
Because she quit her job.
Her husband quit his job.
Yeah.
They started their own lane. Yeah.
And it wasn't an amazing skill set or something like that. It really was, I mean, from what I've seen in her videos, just her being dedicated, because she definitely works. How after she puts out content and she just stayed with it, and then the blessings of God, really, because she definitely isn't the first to do mukbangs, but I mean, it's been like explosive. And then to now be selling that on Amazon, like,
Wow.
in a matter of hours, that's baffling. Some people would be like, oh, like, did you go to school, or what did you study, or what's the secret? But there really isn't. It's just a blessing. And then she's been so humble, like she stayed giving out tips and advice, and yeah. Oh, sauce good.
Tired.
Girl.
You say you tired?
Right. It's work. Doing that.
It's good though.
Right. But you know, some people crack it and take all the meat out and then eat and then have it in the sauce stuff. Yeah. I might have to do that. My hands are kicking me off.
We're back, you guys. The camera went off.
Yeah. We're back. Right. This is a skill to be able to consume, first of all, this much food, and this takes work. To these crabs
Yeah. I think I'm full, but I don't want to. I don't want it to stop. So I would definitely say come on an empty stomach when you do it.
For sure. Don't eat all day.
It's supposed to be your first and more than likely gonna be your last.
It's a lot of calories, okay? A lot of calories.
Right, this has to be the cheat day.
You hanging in there, Sheena?
I like everybody's hair.
Don't have the same.
And our outfits weren't planned, really.
No.
Not quite.
Not quite.
Oh, I'm tired.
Well, we got a 30-minute video, so get the eating. Yep.
So did y'all follow that Rodney Reed situation?
Which one is that? Oh,
The guy who was about to be executed.
Do you know how long he's been in jail?
23 years.
Wow.
22, 23 years.
Because I know that, you know, they said somebody confessed, DNA evidence doesn't point to him, if I'm correct, and all that. But it's like the damage has been done. You're taking 23 years of this man's life, and we're just saying don't kill him, you know. And I was kind of surprised that that was a big deal for them to not do.
To not execute him?
Right. To not do that with all the evidence. And then the fact that he's giving you 23 years, like, I would just be like, just let that man ride. And I'm glad they stopped the execution. So does this mean like he's not free or anything? He's just not gonna be executed? Okay.
No. They halted the execution and then they gotta
because if they hold
trial.
If they hold the execution, they're basically saying like there's some room for innocence. And so you know, they give him a new trial and just let that stuff slide, let it come home or do something with the rest of his life, because that's a long time.
It was just sad.
It really is. But and the saddest part is that, I mean, he's not the only one. That story continues to happen.
Right.
So sad.
Yeah, I think the petition was online.
I signed it.
I signed it too. I'm like, just, you know.
And that's
Let they go. And this is like really sloppy. Now I see like she
But she has the sauce all over her mouth.
Like, this is getting slick anxiety how messy it really is.
you know, like,
Right.
y'all still got a lot left.
You done?
What?
You got one thing left. What is that?
You gotta eat that part. You don't eat that part? You
I'm
gonna
taking a little break.
Oh.
Let me eat it though. It's good. Make sure you come on an empty stomach.
So I have a question for you guys. What are 3 things that you would tell your 17-year-old self that you knew now that you didn't know?
17, where was I?
17 or 18, whichever you prefer.
Oh, so what is that? Going into college?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I would definitely, going into college, I would have paid more attention to quality people. I feel like I could have gotten better relationships, which Tina's literally, I think, my only friend from college.
I'm glad I survived.
Right. it was a hard tryout. So
Veronica.
yes, Veronica. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, shout out Veronica. And then some people that I met through her. But I had a lot of relationships in college that really were meaningless. But it's the experience, so I get it, but I would focus on having more, having deeper relationships, meaningful, lasting relationships, with both peers, and you know, my having mentors, or if it was my professors, just keeping those good relationships, because that's always good. And then when it comes to relationships, like, what was I doing? Right. Oh, really? And then at that point, really believe that I am that girl. You know, I think I was just kind of like, no, little old me, like, who cares about me, like, who's worried about me? But it was some real people hating on me. You know, people would be like, oh, that's not your friend, and I'd be like, what do you mean? You know, we cool, we hang all the time. No, secretly do not like me. But in my mind, I didn't think I was somebody for you to really have that much, to have that much energy to be upset at or don't like. It's like, focus on somebody that's really a threat. But I am, you know, they had saw the potential, they saw how great I was, and I wish I saw that in myself, and I would give myself that pep talk of, girl, you're that girl. Right. That's why they mad. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I agree. I was gonna say, just really fight to know your value outside of things.
Right.
There are so many things that are gonna change from 18 to adulthood.
Right.
And I think it's just important to just know, like, not to place your value in men or who likes you, or even your career, because all those things change. Like, be confident in who you are outside of those things.
Right.
I would also find Jesus.
Right. Early.
That's been a gift.
Right.
And just practice like a lifestyle of excellence in every single area. Like, give 100%, do your best. And I think that, like, that always reaps benefits. There's no person who truly practices excellence in every single area that's not doing well. I mean, I believe that. And so those are the immediate, I know there's so much more.
Right.
Those are the kind of the immediate ones, but it really kind of hit me when you're like, just know that you are that girl.
Right.
Like, know your value.
Right.
For sure. Because you compromise in so many ways when you don't. Yeah. What would you say, MarieAnge?
Not focus on guys so much.
On who?
Guys,
right.
Oh, especially at 17.
Yeah, because I felt like I idolized relationships so much. And where has it got me?
Right.
Heartache, you know? Like, and you know, I feel like every good and perfect gift comes from God.
Right.
But at the same time, it's kind of like, if you awaken love too quickly, then you're bound for, you know, like, it's not going to succeed.
Not even mature enough
to handle that. Right. And so I would think, I mean, I would say, like, focus more on my studies than trying to be booed up and having this, you know, plan. You know, 25 years old, be married, 27, have a baby. You know, like,
why?
Like, just enjoy each moment.
Right. Be master contentment. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one thing. And then, you know that you're enough, you know, and also not to allow other people's fears of their dreams to detour you of your God-given dreams and talents.
I tried it, girl. It do not work. That's not gonna happen. Like, I know somebody that did. Like,
yeah,
I ain't got no.
It is.
With me, right, girl? I'm taking my time. Yeah, I keep on talking.
But yeah, because sometimes people will put their own fears onto you.
Right.
Right. You know how long it's gonna take for you to get to that dream? Just give it up, girl. It's not gonna happen. You know. But I see people do it. Yeah. You know, every day. So I think that's one of the things that I realize. It may not be for you. Right. But my God, the one that, you know, like the gift that He's given me, like, no one can take that away. Right. So.
And I'm like, it just always works out.
Yeah.
It really does. I mean, some situations I was in just stressed out about at 18. You ain't got no reason to be stressed at 18.
Out. You ain't even start paying no bills yet, for real. Like, what are you stressed out about?
Right. It always works out. I even said it to my now self. Okay. Yeah.
Right. No, I've heard before. There's no mistakes, right? So everything is orchestrated and ordained, and God is at the wheel. So, you know, you freaking out like, oh my gosh, like, even I remember just like what school I was gonna go to for college, or you know, like how my rest of my life is gonna be play out if I make this small decision or this large decision. You're a major, right? And then how really just, yeah, when you think of it, it's like no mistakes. You know, you definitely want to do things the right way, as your parents say, okay, you know, you want to take the easy way, you want to take the hard way, but in essence, you know, God is at the wheel. I just really have to believe that. True.
That's the word for now.
Right.
Okay.
Right now, Robert.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, sometimes I give myself so much credit to just feel like, you know, the decision making just all rests in me. Like, I am, in a sense, in full control in my life. Like, even when I'm like praying through things, but I'm like, I ain't got that much power. Like, I really have to trust that God is like helping me through it and guiding my steps and etc.
Right. Cause that's just, and he don't need no help. He don't need no help. He got it. And that's what frightens me. Like, God, well, just let me help you with this part. You know, I know this part. And he's like, no, I don't need you to help me do nothing. Just do as I've told you to do and trust that it's taken care of. And then his plan is better, because in my head I'm like, you know, no, I've done the research, and this feels like, you know, I should do this or go this place or whatever. And he's like, that's not what I told you to do, because you don't know what's ahead, right? So it's just
so
like
true.
So limited. We have a limited perspective.
Right. Our perception is like, oh, it's A1, but you don't know what he's preventing you from, right?
So true.
So
hindsight is always 20/20.
man, and then it's too late.
Man.
So it's like, God, don't. How'd I listen to him? Oh. We gotta put something like this. What should be they good? She be cracking me up.
What'd you say?
We should be like that good.
She does.
She be like, girl, she keeps it all the way real. And then how she be dropping C's all in it. I see. Ouch.
I think I'm done, y'all.
Girl.
I can't.
All right.
We can continue this conversation, but I'm done eating.
All right, so final thoughts, guys.
Final thoughts. You know what? The sauce is good.
The sauce is really good. Definitely, you know, like she was saying that, depending on your salt intake, because we ain't even gonna lie, it's salty.
It is.
But we added chicken broth, but we also added water. And just keep in mind, and we tasted before we added or continued on, to either thin it out, thicken it up. So even though she has clear instructions on there like that, you kind of want to do it according to your taste buds, because I don't eat a lot of salt on a daily basis. I try to be very strict with my diet, so I can feel that, right? And some people, like, shoot, they eat pork ribs every day.
Yeah,
salt is not gonna bother them. But yeah, you can definitely taste it. But it actually really is good. Like,
how would you describe the flavor?
I've never had it before, because that ginger, that's a whole nother level. And we were skeptical about using the whole thing, but we went ahead and did, and we used the whole pack too. But it's a whole nother level, and just how those flavors cook up together, I think it's just really bomb.
Yeah. Initially I was a little nervous, because when you smelled the packet, it smelled like the ramen noodle packet.
Right.
And then when you taste it a little
flavor.
bit, but it's really good.
Really good.
Yeah, it is a lot of salt. But I think the pepper flakes made a difference.
Right.
To add that little
kick in it. Cause we got the mild. Yeah, you got the mild sauce. The mild seasoning.
Oh, that's right. We got mild. Yeah. Very good. I thought I was concerned about, again, like the ginger being overpowering, but even with the whole jar, it's just enough. Like it really,
it really is. It really is. And then Coke for the sweetness.
Right.
Because I do like a little sweetness. Right.
Yeah, it is good.
Consistency is great.
Yeah.
Right.
And it looks just like she made it.
It really does. That's exactly how her sauce looks. But it was good, ladies.
All right, y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Like B-Love says, tell everybody you know.
Right.
About the video. Thank you to Tina and Marlene for doing this with me today. You guys, comment down below and let me know 3 things that you would tell your younger self. It could be your 18-year-old self, your 20-year-old self. Yeah. Let me know. Any lasting thoughts, everybody?
No.
Thank you for having us. This was really good. And I'm a fan, even though I don't blog and do all that, but I'm just a fan. And so I was excited about it. So thanks for having me, because this food was good.
It was
delicious. Yeah. I'm so glad to be here. And when's the next one?
We'll let you know. We'll let you know. But bye, you guys. Thank you so much.
Bye. Ooh, my hand.
Left and right.